morning, Namaste. My appeal to the Prime Minister of India. Mr. Prime Minister, our allies party, Mr. Nitish Kumar, Chief Minister of Bihar from the JDU. It was part of my own party earlier. I was a Janata Dal member, but then the party split into so many little fractions, and so we lost hope in these leaders. But I do know Nitish Kumar is a very opportunistic person. But you are no better. Your party members now are all shouting Ravi Shankar Prasad and blah blah blue and Sushil Modi and all these guys. You are all friends. Ravi Shankar Prasad, you Nitish were all together in the Rajnarayan movement when the first Janata Party started. Ravi Shankar Prasad was part of the party. And Sushil Modi, you're all friends, you all studied together. It's not as if you didn't know what was Nitish. When you do something wrong, it is all right. When someone else does wrong, it is all wrong. What you all did in Maharashtra, what you did to Uddhav Thackeray was absolute, what you call betrayal. You took hold of that horrible man, Shinde, as the chief minister, a drunkard, a fellow with no knowledge, an auto driver. I don't mean to say that auto drivers should not get to that post, but what is his educational qualifications or what is his background? Who's drinking in public, he's jumping around in public, and such a fellow you have selected as the chief minister of such a big state and the financial capital of India. You are no better. It is like Mr. Modi selecting Mr. Pon Radhakrishnan as the Minister of State for Finance, who does not know a word of what finance is. You pick up morons as the ministers and chief ministers and different department ministers, and when you do it, everything is right. When someone else betrays you, you say it is all wrong. Nitish Kumar did exactly what you did in Maharashtra. You betrayed Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena betrayed you because whatever your Fadnavis spoke, all the others are not speaking about it. During the midst of the election, what did Fadnavis say? That we will get individually 150 seats and we don't need the support of our alliance party and we will form the government. But what did you get? You got about 95 or 100 seats. So you had to depend on Shiv Sena for forming that alliance. But Shiv Sena just stood and said, okay, fine. We will teach you a lesson. I don't think so what they did is wrong because it was your man who precipitated the whole issue. Fadnavis could have kept his mouth shut. But what did he do? He was so arrogant during the midst of the thing, and I was watching all this. And then a friend of mine was there with me from Maharashtra, and I told her, you wait and see, Uddhav Thackeray will be the chief minister this time. She said, how GITA? He's not even standing for the elections. I said, you wait and see, he will be the chief minister of Maharashtra. My predictions have so far never gone wrong. It's not that I'm a supporter of the Shiv Sena or a supporter of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, but then Fadnavis needed to be taught a lesson. He was no saint. He was equally corrupt and arrogant, and that gave him a tight slap on his face. And now the same Fadnavis goes and makes another Shiv Sena man as the chief minister. So don't you call this dirty politics, Mr. Modi? Is this not dirty politics, Mr. Prime Minister? When your party does, it is all right. When someone else does, then you say, oh, they betrayed us. You betrayed, they betrayed. No party is perfect. All you politicians are in the same boat of corruption. And you are only there to just, you are giving preaching to others. You preach, but you don't practice what you are preaching. You yourself are corrupt. It's not that you are perfect. A person who supports corruption is also corrupt. My Krishna, my God says, speak up. My God says when something is going wrong, if you don't talk against it, you are part of that nonsense. So you are part of the nonsense because you are supporting Adani and Ambani. Who is Adani? He was a fellow who called himself insolvent at a time. And such a fellow today becomes the richest man of the country and the fourth richest in the world. And these banks are giving him loans. And we people who are really honest, we don't get a loan in the bank. We are made to run from pillar to post. Which farmer is getting a loan without any harassment? You people are talking nonsense. If you opposed the Mandreka before and then you are still entertaining. It is 40 to 50,000 crores of the taxpayers' money which is being wasted on this 100-day scheme. Today people are not coming to work in the farms or in the industries because of this Mandreka scheme. Stupid policies you all bring in. It was brought by the UPA and I don't appreciate. Whichever minister brought it was stupid and mad. Most of you people are morons because you are not fit to be sitting there to administer this country. These stupid people vote for you and you come and sit there and then you don't think about what you all are doing. Your finance minister, she is not an elected person, but she is so full of arrogance. Everybody is saying, I was the one who said first that she is an arrogant person, and today every parliamentarian from the opposition says she is arrogant. Ahankar. Shatrughan Sinha used this word. Derek Oberoi used this word, arrogance. Yes, we are not fools. We can also judge you. Mr. Prime Minister, let us not play political games. This is not the hour to play political games. This is the hour to buck up. Our economy, our industries are in a mess. And the sincere people, the MSMEs, are struggling today. They don't get loans at all. They are dying day by day. And they are the people who give the maximum employment. In the farming sector, there are no farm laborers coming to work because of the Mandreka. Mr. Prime Minister, don't be egoistic. Your ego, you keep it yourself in your house. You are a public man. You need to empathize with the problems of the people of this country. I am not saying poor. The majority people in this country are suffering, except for a few privileged corporate crooks who get from the bank loans and they scoot off. And you are joining hands with them and shaking hands with them. You don't want to come and meet people like me. The day you meet people like me, then you will get a feedback of what is really happening. And you can really save this country, but no. Mr. Prime Minister, you are busy about your dressing, you are busy about your caps and your darban and turbans and blah 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 blue 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 blue. That is not the need of the hour. The need of the hour is touch your conscience and see. Go through, look inside you, whether what you are doing is right. Today is not the time for power games. Today is the time for us to reform and to see how we can buck up our economy and production and development and distribution. People don't have the money today to spend. You have all the wrong policies. Your laws, your taxes are all messed up. Your GST is a messed up tax. Please, you're going to sink with it. Don't be proud that you're collecting 1,45,000 crores, 1,50,000 crores. You're all jumping about it. But you don't realize that you're getting that money because the prices of products has gone up and because of that your GST is coming more. And that's not a healthy trend. It's not a healthy trend at all, Mr. Prime Minister. Please, don't pretend to be sleeping. It will be harmful for yourself. People will agitate, people will, whatever happened in Sri Lanka or in any of the other countries where the corruption has eroded the economy, the same will happen in our country too. Don't think there is not a good opposition leader. God will send somebody to teach you all a lesson. If you all don't realize and open up your eyes, please, this is a time for introspection and we need to buck up. We need to buck up. Your finance minister is useless. She is only full of arrogance. That's not going to be the solution for the problems that we are facing. She doesn't want to answer anybody. She just wants to be arrogant. That will hit her back. She doesn't realize. The power has gone to her head. Mr. Prime Minister, the 4 MLAs of your party in Tamil Nadu, what are they doing? In Coimbatore, you have a lady who talks too much. But you go and see that constituency is so dirty. It's so badly managed. But she is busy there in Delhi or somewhere else. And then she spoke during the election that she'll be a direct contact to you. What direct contact to you? What is that? That means you should also be bothered about this constituency if she has direct contact to you. See to it that this constituency is cleaned up and the roads are all done properly. This city, you call it a smart city, but full of potholes. Like Bangalore, another smart city full of potholes, being your party is in power there. So you people only talk, but when it comes to the grassroots management, you people are doing nothing. You're only looting. You're all looters and scooters. Thank you, GITA TV and Swatantra Party subscribers.